To our next story. You know, budgeting is in season in our country, and so state after state are sending their budget estimates to the state legislatures for ratification. Now, Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah has presented a 521.5 billion naira budget for the 2024 fiscal year, christened Budget of Disruptive Economic Growth. That's a little mind-boggling, if you ask me. Now, the figures are the highest in the state's history. Capital expenditure is put at 414.3 billion naira, while the balance of 107.2 billion is slated for recurrent expenditure. Well, Dr. most budgets in Nigeria will tell us what we can't afford, but they won't keep us from buying it.
Did
you get that little joke?
Well, because we actually don't have a choice. We are used to this ritual of budgeting. But what a lot of us expect and they clamor will be the implementation, or at some point, the ability to meander through that budget where you have shortfall in terms of projection.
Yeah.
In the case of Enugu State, we are happy. And I am not an economist. I don't know so much about too many figures.
Yeah.
But that's not to tell, I won't disclose to you that I didn't have a credit in mathematics in secondary school. I won't say that.
Well, I'll take that to the bank.
So, but in this case, there is this trust that I find that is rare in Nigerians, having in politicians with the state governor. I don't know where that has come from, but since he came into office, despite the fact that he was being dragged here and there over this so-called National Youth Service Corps certificate, forgery, and all the rest, people still stood with him and believed in him. The man never spoke, but when it came to time to present the certificate, he did. And the coast is clear.
To me, I think he's doing a fairly good job.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. And that's why I said, for me, this budget is not so much about what is on paper, but the trust the people have in the man who has presented
but you know, there's a background to the whole story. Let's share it with you and Jide and the viewer. Please, let's share the story, the package with you.
Mbah was ushered into the Assembly chamber to present the 2024 appropriation bill to the lawmakers for consideration. Being his first full-year appropriation bill, he explained how the 2023 revised budget was implemented that gave rise to restoration of water supply after 20 years of neglect, construction of prototype smart schools, and Type 2 hospitals that will be replicated in the 260 political words.
These achievements disrupt over 2 decades water scarcity in Enugu urban and also fulfills our promise to Ndi Enugu.
Shortly after, Governor Peter Mbah proceeded to present a copy of the 2024 budget estimate to the House of Assembly.
Total budget size of 521 billion, 561 million, 386,000 naira. Capital expenditure, 414 billion, 334 million, 120,000 naira.
The governor alleged that the state will spend 134.5 billion naira at 33% on education, 31.787 billion naira on healthcare sector, 82.535 billion naira on infrastructure development, and 25.18 billion naira for agriculture revolution. Speaker of the State House of Assembly assured us speedy consideration to support the governor's aim of transforming Enugu State.
On behalf of the members of this Honorable Chamber, I promise that we shall lead this project and pass the effect here, so that we will continue to serve our people without any hitch.
His Excellency is not focused on the politics anymore. He's focused on delivering on his promise to ensure that the quality of life of every Enugu citizen and people that come into Enugu State, they feel the impact of a government and an economy that is growing and repositioning itself.
According to the governor, the 2024 budget will improve the living standard of the people, deliver modern infrastructure, expand industrial base, provide enabling environment for investment to thrive through the ease of doing business. Bame Dele Ajayi. TVC News, Enugu.
Yeah, Jide, I'm enamored of the breakdown. 134.
Yes, for education.
For education, followed by healthcare.
It represents 73.6% of the social sector and 33% of the entire budget.
That's for the first time in our country.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
To dedicate 33% of the entire budget to education is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you can simply brush this aside. This is impressive. And there's no argument about it.
And they say it's the biggest budget in the history of the state.
Yes, it is. Without a shadow of a doubt, it is. Infrastructure will get 82 billion. Water, which represents the best achievement of the governor, because Enugu was derided for its blatant lack of water supply. But this governor came and said, look, I would prioritize water supply. Yeah. And look,
it's working.
People are enjoying water supply now. As you always say, it is possible. It is possible. If you have the focus and the political will, of course you can do it. Now, the problem they have is because some of those, the pipes, for the reticulation are old. So they are having to replace some of those pipes now. And then, of course, there is some level of sabotage by tanker drivers who used to make money off our people.
Selling water.
Yes, deliberately excavating pipelines, water pipelines and damaging them. But the governor promised to solve the water problem, and people of Enugu State can testify
but that should not be difficult for you and I to understand, and Dotun, because Enugu remains the capital of the old eastern region. So the infrastructure will be there.
Yes.
It's just to prop them up.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, that if the will is there.
That's it.
You can solve problems.
It's possible.
He expects IGR of 252 billion to be generated during the period, and VAT, 44 billion will come from VAT. He's going to spend 21.7 billion on health and 25.1 billion on agriculture. As the Dotun said, these are figures, but people are confident that the individual at the helm is somebody who is serious about governance, and he will be able to match his words with action. So we have great hopes about Enugu State, given the way he has begun to show that it's working. Look at even the issue of a sit at home. It came from the off. He said, look, we do not want sit at home anymore. And he did everything possible, including galvanizing the military, to make sure that this thing stops.
Yes, it's possible.
It's about the energy, the faithfulness that you commit to it.
That's it.
It's possible.
As team leader.
Yes, he's the leader. The power is concentrated in him, just like Louis XVI said. And now he's using that power to solve the big, gargantuan problems that we thought were not solvable.
Louis said, l'État c'est moi, the state is me, I am the state.
Yes, that's what Louis XVI said, l'État c'est moi, I am the state. All powers are concentrated in me.
That's it.
Use
them.
You already seen it. So we want to encourage Governor Peter Mbah to continue to give his best. You can be in APC, you can be in PDP, you can be in APGA. If you are doing well on this program, we will admit it. and encourage you to continue to do your best. We are not going to focus on one political party. That has never been our character. Although some people will sit somewhere and be maligning us and say, "Oh, it is a Tinubu station." if you are from ABGA,
and
from
doing well,
NPP, and we can see that you are working, we will tell you, we will encourage you.
That's what the job entails.
That is it.
Do it right.
This is the way we are trained to do it.
Yeah, do it wrong, we also knock.
Of course, you'll be knocked.
It's natural.